Hello and welcome to the Gooner Vibe. Arsenal 5, Leeds United 0. Emphatic victory for Arsenal. Really good win, especially considering we uh, managed to get Gyökeres in the score sheet. Timber got a couple of goals, set piece goals. Dahman was introduced as well. Overall, really good performance, at least especially in the second half. Unfortunately, we lost two crucial players. We lost Odegaard in the first half and Saka in the second half. But this squad has depth. We saw just before the game started as a being introduced to the squad, to the crowd, and he'll be taking the number 10 shirt. With Downing coming in, Waneri taking that Odegaard role, there is strength and depth, but we definitely will miss Saka and Odegaard. It seems like Saka has a hamstring injury and Odegaard has a shoulder injury. We already lost Howard, and Ben White was not in this squad at all. So some injuries piling up, but Arsenal still managed to create a five-star performance. I'll start with the lineups. Like I said, Ben White was injured, so we got Timber and Raya on goals, Saliba and Gabriel. Calafiori was pretty good at United and started this game as well. It was interesting to see Madueke coming in. I didn't think Martinelli had an impressive game last week, so it probably makes sense to give Madueke his chance. And we saw the same midfield of Odegaard and Rice. Gyökeres up front and Saka on the right. I thought we looked pretty good, especially at the start. I saw Zuendi pretty much everywhere around the games where he was on this area and was running here as well. Saw a lot of overlap from Calafiori instead of underlap, especially when Madueke was in. Rice was obviously on this side. Saw Rice dropping deep here while Zubimendi taking high roles in the first half especially. And Odegaard was also interestingly on the left-hand side more rather than the right-hand side. We were creating a lot more on the left. I think there was one cross from Madueke, which was cross from the left-hand side. So it's not a huge surprise that we were creating chances from there. But I thought Leeds came back pretty well. There was one constantly felt like whenever Dan James had the ball, Calafiori would be pepped back and he had a chance on goal, but Calafiori was there to support him. They had a corner which I think was Stroke who headed it, and Raya made a brilliant save. But apart from that, nothing really coming off for Leeds, and even for Arsenal, it was pretty much a dull game, literally until even after Odegaard was injured. So I think Odegaard was injured around 13th minute. He carried down, and he still played on. There's a couple of chances where he could have crossed in, but it definitely felt like he was not comfortable. So it made sense to get him a breather and get one area in. But just before that substitution happened, we got a corner. Rice took the corner, and I thought Leeds' defending was pretty poor. Timber header on goal, and he could just glance his header into the far corner to make it 1-0 to the Arsenal. Honestly, at that point, Arsenal really didn't deserve the lead. I don't think either sides really did much, but of course, Arsenal had more possession, so that probably says more than anything else. As the half grew, I thought Leeds was still playing better. Arsenal were not great, but we did create a great chance right at the end, 3 minutes of added time in the first half. And Saka was played in, I think it was Timber, and he got the shot in a way to make it 2-0 with his right foot. Pretty similar to the goal that he scored against Leeds a couple of when Leeds was last in the Premier League a couple of seasons ago. So 2-0 to the Arsenal because stuff was pretty lopsided as far as Arsenal's position stats are concerned. Definitely didn't really sense that Arsenal had that quality to score those two goals, but with Saka and other players around definitely deserved it. Second half started, and there was this one ball which I think was Rice or Gabriel who cut into Calafiori, had taken up inside channel, and he hit a first time ball. Gyökeres was against uh, the center forward at that point and just managed to run at him, cut inside, and hit in through the near post for the goalkeeper to make it 3-0. First goal for Gyökeres, really well taken goal. That's what we expected. Derek running in, hitting into the goal to make it 3-0. Just after that, I think it was the 52nd minute, Ka was able to get a lot of space, was able to run into this area right outside the penalty area, a penalty box for Arsenal, and then shifted the ball to Calafiori, who was in the left 8 space. And Calafiori obviously tried to hit with his right foot and was miles out, but you could see Saka was not really comfortable, just went down and see him clutching his hamstring. Hamstring injuries are usually takes about 2 to 3 weeks at least, which means that he'll be missing the Liverpool game, depending on the severity of the Odegaard injury. If it's a shoulder, it might be long term. Hopefully, it's not that bad, but he may as well miss the Liverpool game. But Saka was taken off. He got Trossard in, and Madueke took the Saka role on the right hand side. I thought Madueke played pretty well. Had a couple of good forays forward. I think he connected well with Timber as well in one of the passes. But the main story after that was about getting Max Dorman in. He was brought in at I think around 64th minute in place of Madueke. Marcellus Kelly and Mosquera also came in. That was like very young looking Arsenal squad at that point. Mosquera about I think he is 19, 20 years old. Lewis Kelly, Neri, they are all 18-year-olds. Maxton, 15-year-old. Very, very young squad at that point. Of course, Norman looked really sharp, was able to attack the left back multiple times. And then the fourth goal came again from a corner. This time it was again corner from Rice, and Timber had the first bite and didn't really hit it well. There was a couple of ping pong going on in the box, and eventually Timber put his foot through and went to make it 4-0. Um, and pretty much at the death, like in the 90th or so, Arsenal also managed to get a penalty. Max Jovan again running into the box and getting clipped. It was a minimal contact, but he went down and the ref gave the penalty. It seemed like Rice would be taking the penalty, but he gave the ball to Gyökeres and Gyökeres scored the goal. Really emphatic penalty, a lot of power, no chance to the goalkeeper to make it final. I thought was Gyökeres was very willing runner, especially in the first half. He was in the periphery, I think, especially as the half went. And second half, after he scored the goal, he was pretty good. Overall stats from today, Arsenal had 68% of possession, expected goals 2.82, 5 shots on target, 9 off target, and we had about 4 block shots. Committed 8 fouls, and we had 2 corner kicks, out of which both we scored goals. Overall, I think Arsenal played well. I thought there was still some improvements that we could make in this squad, especially when it comes to the speed of passing. Some chemistry is still needed. There are a few more players who are injured or still coming back. We saw Eze coming in, being introduced, so he may play a role in Anfield next week. So we'll see how that goes. But it's going to be an interesting season. Unfortunately, we already have started picking up injuries, which is not great. But having said that, it's definitely great times for Arsenal, especially with all the signings that we have really good depth in our squad, and overall great victory for the Arsenal. If you like this Please like the channel and also subscribe to the channel. I appreciate all the support that you have provided over the summer and now into the season. If you like the format of me sharing the starting lineup and the way we have played today, let me know. But until the next game against Liverpool, come on, Gunners. Thanks.
Like, share, and subscribe.